I think one of the biggest problems facing vulnerable young people in certainly London at the moment is a lack of knowledge of how to navigate the systems that are in place to help you in terms of money or housing and things like that. So the job centre, for example, when I was using the job centre and I was homeless and on job seekers allowance and before that income tax because I was still at school, I found that if I didn't know my rights, they weren't going to tell me. And if they said you can't have your benefit or you don't fit into this category, I would go and just say like, oh, okay, they told me that must be true, but really it wasn't true. And if I then went and looked it up, or at that point I was fortunate enough to be with connections who helped me navigate them, then I got my money. I often get people coming to me and they don't know how to access money, they don't know how to access housing, things even like how to approach charity such as Refuge, which is quite straightforward, but lots of people have little complications, and those little complications, without someone there to explain it to you, turn into massive things and often really stop people getting help. Now, I don't expect there to be a person there to really make friends and explain it to everyone, but if there could be like a manual, something that set out what people's rights are, the different complications and how they're assessed. So if you're homeless and you're under 18, what benefit are you allowed to get? Do you need a letter of proof from a homeless centre? How does that work? Things like that, because that's not common knowledge, and I think it would make people feel much more in control. I think if you haven't been parented properly, then it's really surprisingly difficult and takes much longer to work out how to do things like eat regularly, look after yourself in terms of exercise, routines, things like that. It takes a lot longer because you really are learning it all on your own. And so to expect vulnerable young people to not only be dealing with all that in their lives, but to somehow navigate this system, which is really pointing them in the wrong direction when they can, I guess, so they don't have to give you money, I don't know, is a big ask, I think.